Go.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Never to Grow Up. Today I want to talk to you about two incidents. Number one, this Saturday, October the 3rd, is the third anniversary of the Nickel Mine, Pennsylvania Amish schoolhouse shooting. A milkman walked into a one-room Amish schoolhouse, told all of the boys and the adults to leave, and then proceeded to murder 5 little girls and wounding 4 others before killing himself. As always, there were warning signs to what he was potentially about to do, but they were ignored instead of acted upon. The second incident happened here in Mesa, Arizona, last Thursday at Pinnacle High School. A 15-year-old boy was stabbed to death by a 17-year-old who is a reported gang member. This incident is being marginalized in the media because it is supposedly gang-related. It's not being told as a school violence incident. It's not being utilized as a training tool for school violence. It's being portrayed as nothing more than gang violence, one gang member killing another. Well, I'm here to tell you that it was school violence, whether it's gang related or not. An individual that is a member of a gang exhibits many of the warning signs of a teenager who is going to go Columbine. And in this incident, that was very much the truth. Several weeks ago, Shannon Bream, a reporter for Fox News in Washington, D.C., reporting on a school bus incident in which it was hijacked and then retaken by students, reported that school violence is no longer contained just to the school campus itself. It is moving off campus onto buses and along the routes going home for students. This is something that I have been talking about for the last 3 years. There's also a report several weeks ago from the Associated Press that while 44 states have anti-bullying laws, they're not being enforced because the teachers and administrators are blaming the kids for under-reporting this, when it is the teachers, administrators, and parents' responsibility to report any type of bullying or any type of assault on a student. So you have adults pushing the blame off onto teenagers. There's also a report that came out recently from CBS 4 in Miami, Florida, that stated that violent incidents within the Miami-Dade school districts was underreported by as much as 100%. If you look in my newsletter for October, you will find all of the incidents that were reported in Miami-Dade County just for a 3-week period in August. The schools reported less than 1/3 of those events and incidents as a violence incident. Teenagers were found to have weapons, both knives and firearms, that were confiscated. Do not underestimate anything or marginalize anything that this security guy is telling you. School violence can happen anywhere, to any student. They are being threatened, intimidated, and assaulted on a daily basis. Our schools are underreporting these incidents by probably at least 100%, and that includes here inside of Arizona, where there are at least one school district that I know of refuses to work with police to solve these incidents. They refuse police help. And when approached by myself as an outside consultant. They stated to me that they don't need any outsiders telling them what to do because their security at their schools are perfect. So you have to realize all these incidents are being covered up and swept under the rug. A Fox report last night, September the 30th, reported an incident in Colorado in which a 17-year-old student had numerous firearms and bombs ready to attack his high school in what the district attorney called a significant threat. How many of us heard that report unless you were in Colorado? Probably none. And Fox News gave it 15 seconds in their Across America report with Shepard Smith. Our kids are in danger on a daily basis. And it's time that we wake up to protect our kids from what we can protect them from. Violence in our schools. One last point. In January 2008, Caitlin Sudbury was attacked and murdered by her ex-boyfriend as she walked home from school. I reported this in my newsletter as a school violence incident. As of yesterday, Katie's Law has gone into effect here in Arizona. That means that any person can file a restraining order against any other person, no matter the relationship, as long as it can be considered domestic violence. Boyfriend, girlfriend, common law, husband and wife, domestic partners. It doesn't matter whether it's a sexual relationship or platonic. Restraining orders can now be filed. Before Katie was murdered, that was not the case. And that's the reason that she was murdered, is because the laws in Arizona were not designed to protect her. Thank you, and look for another blog soon on my book, Never to Grow Up, Preventing Violence in Our Schools. Thank you, and have a safe day.